Good morning. We're going to be looking at Wednesday, Thursday Bellwork today. We're going to be looking at March 31st and April 1st. Ooh, April Fool's Day. Alrighty, let's begin. We are looking at characters today. Protagonist is usually the main character. Antagonist is anyone who's causing them trouble or problems. So it can be a person, as in Hatchet, it was nature. Remember, there was not really any person that was causing him trouble. All the trouble that he was having was because of the plane wreck. The divorce, but that ended up becoming a side problem. The real problem was surviving. So the antagonist can be anyone or thing that is against the main character. Okay, so after reading the text, one reader described Emma as the antagonist. Okay, so they're saying Emma as the antagonist. So I know, again, this is the one that's causing trouble. Why might this be true? So we need to find which one of these shows why that might be true, why she might be the antagonist. Okay, read the list of character traits below. Remember, character traits are what a character thinks, says, does, acts. Which character is best described through this? Competitive, resourceful, hardworking. Okay, so which character is described with these traits? All right, question 3. One reader described the narrator as a role model. Okay, which sentence best supports this idea? Okay, and then which character traits best describes the narrator's little brother? Okay, so we need to be paying attention to the narrator's little brother. We're going to need to be paying attention to the character that seems to be a role model. We need to read through the character traits to see which one of these characters, and then if Emma is the protagonist, which one might be true. Okay, talent show queen. Every year, Hopper Elementary holds a talent show. Honestly, I don't even know why they have it. We all know it's going to end with Emma winning first place. Her mom spends hours and hours creating elaborate costumes and studying dance routines online. I once heard her mother hired a professional for Emma's private lessons. It doesn't seem fair she has all that money at her fingertips while the rest of us rummage through our closets to throw together outfits. This year I decided I wouldn't be beat. No matter how many sequins Emma's costume has or how many backup dancers she has, in order to be Emma, I have to have something original and mesmerizing. I went to the library and checked out every book they had that had magic tricks. I enlisted my little brother as my assistant. I didn't have a pet bunny, so I settled for my hamster. I spent hours practicing and couldn't wait for the big day. Do you really think a silly magic show will impress the crowd? Emma asked, while tossing her hair over her shoulder. She could be so irritating. I ignored her as the lights dimmed and I prepared to go on stage. My little brother didn't look nervous at all. He held his head high with confidence. My mom always says he looks up to me as his big sister. I take him on bike rides every Saturday morning and taught him to tie his shoes a couple years ago. Sometimes he gets on my nerves, but he really is the greatest little brother in the world. I hope I don't let him down today. All right. So after reading the text, one reader described Emma as the antagonist. Why might this be true? All right. The narrator describes Emma as talented. She is most likely the antagonist because she is good at what she does. Well, being good at something doesn't necessarily make you an antagonist. So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate that one. Emma is most likely the antagonist because she grows tired of her mother pushing her to be the best. Well, that may be true, but, that's not against our narrator. Emma is most likely the antagonist because the narrator views her as an enemy or a bully. Well, some of the things that she says really were not very nice. You're absolutely... So C is what I'm going to go with as the correct answer. Read the list of character traits below. Which character is best described through these? Competitive, resourceful, hardworking. Let's see. Emma's mom, well, hardworking. I mean, she buys private lessons. She studies online. I don't think it's Emma's mom. The narrator's little brother, competitive, resourceful, hardworking. Well, maybe some of those, but I don't think all of those. Competitive, resourceful, hardworking. Does that describe the narrator? I believe so. So you're going to answer 3 and 4. Questions 3 and 4. All right, turn over to the next slide. Again, looking at characters, protagonist, antagonist. So the narrator was the protagonist and Emma was the antagonist. All right, after reading the text, one reader described Ralph, okay, so we need to pay attention to that, as the antagonist. Why might the street be true? So we need to look at those. Read the list of character traits below. Which character is best described by through these traits? Okay, these traits. Which character? All right. One reader described Valerie as a loyal follower. Which sentence from the text best describes this? Okay, so Valerie's going to be someone else as a loyal follower. And which sentence supports that? And then which character trait best describes Ralph? All right, so we need to pay attention to Ralph and Valerie. Protagonist, antagonist. Again, protagonist is usually the main character. Antagonist is something or someone against that person. All right, you know this is all going to melt tomorrow morning, right? Valerie asked Angela. Angela ignored her. She didn't have time to think about the snow melting. She kept staring over the fence to the boys' snow fort. It didn't matter if she had to miss lunch and dinner. Her snow fort would be bigger and better than the boys' snow fort. Ralph, the boy from next door, had been torturing her since she was 5. He was always trying to outdo her and know what she did. If Angela rode her bike around the neighborhood, he would ride his bike around twice. He loved beating Angela even more than he loved teasing her. "Bring me the bucket," Angela yelled out to Valerie, who was now digging through the snow, trying to find her lost mitten. Valerie wished Angela would just give up for once. She longed for a warm bath, hot cocoa, and a funny movie. But once Angela got something in her head, she wasn't going to let it go. Their parents always called her stubborn, but Valerie thought she was incredible. She tossed the bucket to Angela and got back to work helping build snow bricks for the fort. Although it was a lot of work, Valerie knew it would be fun to hang out inside the fort once it was done. "The sun won't be out much longer," teased Ralph over the fence dividing their yards. He laughed as he watched the girls struggle. He offered to help them, but Angela knew he just wanted to prove he was better. There was no way in the world she would ever accept his help. As he walked away, Angela squinted her eyes and told Valerie today was the day Ralph would apologize for all the times he teased them. Okay, so after reading the text, one reader described Ralph as the antagonist. Why might this be true? He enjoys building snow forts more than Angela? Well, more? I don't necessarily know that. He teases hard-working characters. Well, he definitely is doing a lot of teasing. So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate that. That's a possibility. He is an older boy who enjoys riding his bike. Well, that doesn't show me antagonist, but teasing absolutely is a trait of an antagonist. Read the list of character traits below. Which character is best described through these traits? Leader, determined, stubborn. All right, well, let's see. Okay, Angela is our main character. Valerie is either her sister or a friend. I think it's maybe probably like a sister. All right, so let's see. Leader, determined, stubborn. That does kind of sound like Angela. Leader, determined, like she's determined to beat. She's stubborn, she won't give up. I'm going to eliminate Ralph. And Valerie is to help her, but I think that my correct answer is going to be A. All right, you're going to answer 3 and 4 on your own.